off all these siege tanks now. Those drones really desperately trying to run for their lives. There's Wednesday Night Starcraft.
vVv Gaming.
Illusion versus RuFF. Illusion, the pretty in pink Terran. Meanwhile, RuFF, the red Terran, and we have Illusion spawning on the top left-hand side of the map at the 10 o'clock location. Meanwhile, RuFF spawning as the red Terran player as well. This is always apparently Illusion needs a pause, please, in order to change his song because his song sucks.
Yeah, Illusion actually a big Christina Aguilera fan. And I know some of her newer stuff not as good as her older stuff, so he might just want to shuffle the tracks up a little bit, get some Genie out of bottle going on, as he's got a long road ahead of him. Obviously wants to be comfortable with his music selection. And we are going to have RuFF on the right side here as the red Terran, and Illusion as the pink Terran up in the western position. So we are in the north part of the this map here, and again, a pretty big map. I imagine we'll at least see an expansion from both players.
All right, I'm just curious as to how you know Illusion likes to listen to Christina Aguilera while he plays StarCraft. That's a little bit much for me.
Well, I mean, yeah, why is that a little bit much? Her early stuff was great.
Like, I'm not saying that her older stuff was bad. I'm just saying that you know Illusion well enough to know that he's most likely listening to Christina Aguilera right now is interesting. I'll say that it's interesting.
I just have a sense about certain players. You know, music is important to a lot of these guys. It gets them in the flow, and you know, some of them get pumped up by different things. So we can't judge here. And I hear that tone of your voice.
No,
I can tell you're not a big fan. So
no,
that's all right. Whatever you like to listen to, In Sync or Backstreet Boy, Men, whatever the hell Crota listens to on the West Coast there. But some of us are big fans and supporters of Christina, Crota.
Hey, nothing against her music. I had a big smile. I was just wondering, and I'll date myself and say what last CD I bought was New Edition. Anyways, we have RuFF spawning as the red Terran player here. It looks like he delayed his now going into double gas. Wow, so a lot of stuff going on. Meanwhile, Illusion went for gas racks, which normally means that we are going to be having a reactor and a factory put down, which does normally mean a very, very strong Hellion build. I believe I saw Boxer and MMA use this build. After getting that factory and that reactor, you do go for a quick expansion as well. So we'll see if Illusion deviates from that, as now we finally see RuFF moving out to do some scouting.
Yeah, double gas, I mean, that's a curious decision. I think he might go for something, actually adding factory here, so both players sort of mirroring each other, but Illusion going to be a little bit later on the tech just because he doesn't have the double gas, which RuFF went for. And you're a Terran player, you probably know a little bit better what's going on here. But it should be an interesting one. Anytime you get into this high-tech unit war, especially early in the game, you know, just one slip of your micro to a Banshee or Blue Flame Hellions and things can be over quickly.
Yeah, exactly. And now, interesting enough, Illusion going for a tech lab, and it looks like he's actually swapping the tech lab, so we may see Blue Flame Hellions off of one factory, which is a little bit curious, as normally you want Hellion in numbers first before you get that Blue Flame tech, as we are now going into a second refinery as well. And this is not the build that I was expecting, or this is not the build I was looking for, as we are now going into Blue Flame tech and double factories coming in from RuFF.
And we're going to have the reactor added to the barracks, so he will be going for reactored Hellions here. He's got the first one on the way, and I'm not sure that Illusion has done any scouting at all at this point, so just now sending out his first Hellion. He's not clearing that tower, even though RuFF does have an SCV there. And it looks like the Hellion coming a little bit faster for Illusion at this point, but his Blue Flame going to be actually slightly ahead as well. So RuFF does have out the double factory a little bit earlier. He's going to be coming with a ton of Hellions, and actually the Hellion of Illusion really hurting at this point as RuFF pushes out onto the field.
Yeah, it is down to, I believe, 10 hit points already, as now we're going to have two Hellions make their way out. No, sorry, a Hellion and a Marine, and it's really going to just determine how they line up. Lining up is a very, very bad thing to do against Hellions, as that flame is so devastating. And watching Hellions is one of those things where you never know what you're gonna get until you see that flame come out. The Hellions take a little bit of time to target. They take a little bit of time to actually get that that attack, and then you don't know what's going to be sitting in that line of fire as some SCVs now coming over to repair.
So let's talk about the build differences real quick before we have some action. Illusion does have out the starport, so he will be able to drop RuFF a little bit earlier than RuFF is going to be able to drop him. RuFF just now finishing his starport, but RuFF does have the double factories, so twice as many Hellions.
Oh, and now 4 Hellions completely owning the other 4 there, so it was an even fight at the very beginning, but now RuFF coming in with 3 Hellions, and those SCVs have nowhere to run, and we are going to have a worker barbecue in just a moment. Those Hellions just absolutely shutting down. 2 more Hellions now coming out, but it looks like RuFF's superior numbers are really starting to take their toll, and a lot of workers already killed, and wow, I believe this is what you pretty much saw from MLG. 5 SCVs, 3 SCVs compared to 21 right now.
Yeah, that's going to be a GG, and interestingly enough, RuFF actually not really supporting this push. He's just got another 3 Hellions about to support, and we see Illusion is going to do the only thing he can do at this point, and that's pick up these 2 Hellions he has and try to drop RuFF and do just as much damage, but RuFF's going to make it in with these 3 Hellions he does have. He's going to see no Hellions at home for Illusion, and after he takes down these SCVs, I imagine he's going to be booking it back home to try to defend against this drop.
Yeah, RuFF is setting up a missile turret, but I don't think the missile turret's actually going to do anything, as Illusion dropping as closely as possible, and this is going to be a lot of damage as well. We are going to get a Banshee up, but the Banshee is 30 seconds away. The Hellions now coming in, and yes, this is a horrible day to be a worker here on Tal'Darim Altar. SCVs are trying to split. The damage is being dealt across multiple units there. Another group of SCVs getting destroyed. 3 Hellions finally coming back, and it looks like the Hellions will be able to jump inside and now run away. RuFF, if he had trained up a Viking, would have been able to perhaps take the lead here, as we are now going a Viking into the air as well in order to deal with these Banshees.
Yeah, and Illusion just trying to be cute here and do some damage with his micro, but really all he has is 2 Hellions, so he needs to take out the entire mineral line of RuFF. He's getting off a shot there, taking down a turret here, but that SCV going to go down as well. Right here, but that SCV going to here, but that. Hellions, so he needs to take out the entire mineral line of RuFF. He's getting off a shot there, taking down a few SCVs, and RuFF going to be very well protected, trying to get up a missile turret here, but that SCV going to go down as well. So we've got in the base of Illusion, he's trying to get out some SCVs to work, but he doesn't have enough minerals, and now Illusion giving the GG, and RuFF going to take this one for vVv Gaming 4-2.